As COP29 enters its final stages, World Wildlife Fund stressed the importance of urgent commitments to limit global temperature rise. According to the organization, the current pledge falls short of the action needed to avoid the worst effects of climate change. World Wildlife Fund representatives pointed to the alarming rise in extreme weather events across the globe, including record heat waves and unprecedented flooding, as clear indicators of the climate crisis. With a focus on financial support for vulnerable countries, World Wildlife Fund called on developed nations to follow through on their promises of funding for climate adaptation and mitigation.
Yeah, so I work for WWF. We are very linked into the negotiations at the UNFCCC because it really has a knock-on effect to nature and really drives it. So there was a lot of disagreements in the room. There's been a lot of very difficult conversations because this year is the climate finance year, and a lot of that has been impacting on what we've been looking at. We've seen some positive signs, so there's still some time, but there's definitely some concerns on our side. Definitely, especially as we've just come out of the biodiversity COP earlier this year.
The outcomes of COP29 in Baku, it's too early to say. Even though we're in the scheduled last day, there is still a lot to do, and the ministers and the COP presidency are all working to try and get this deal over the line. And the deal has to include climate finance, the idea of a big amount of money to help developing countries with cutting their emissions, to adapt to climate change and to pay for losses and damages.
As the clock ticks down, the pressure is mounting for negotiators to deliver ambitious and concrete solutions to protect the planet.
Today at COP29 in Baku, the World Wildlife Fund held a press conference called Final Countdown COP29 State of Play. As the conference came to an end, global leaders and organizations reflected on the critical decisions made for the future of our planet.